It's ironic that with the sunrise splashing on your face, all this dawned on me. The first time that he woke up to her, he thought he was dreaming. Mad at himself first for conjuring up an image of affection he always thought he didn't deserve. Second, for putting himself in a situation where it hurt to wake up. But after pinching himself, life insisting that this moment existed, he shed a single tear that most men wouldn't admit to. It meant that he was proved wrong. It meant that perfection was just imperfection without any makeup first thing in the morns. It meant that night getting sloppy drunk and pass out high on his 19th birthday alone with nothing but a futon in his name. Thinking up ways to be forgiven was poisonous for his body but a remedy for his soul. It meant he was confused. He never thought anybody could ever be comfortable enough to be in their only state of pure innocence in the dark beside him, knowing he doesn't sleep much. So while her mind ventured in realms of peace, he hid his dirty laundry under her bed. She attempted to wash them away in her dreams, and the first thing said when she awoke was that she slept great. Sometimes he'd look in her eyes and see what unconditional, conditioned love looked like. She told him he looked at her as if he got so much enjoyment from her just being. He couldn't help but think that if there was a reason to love anybody for any reason, wouldn't their existence be the most important? Just saying. He selfishly assumed that his discovery was the first of its kind, contemplating the risk of flaunting his wanting in search of reciprocation, because he's never been able to hold a woman in his arms without wondering when she'd leave, and his heart didn't fare well during farewells. So it scared him when she said his love scared her, because his love was hard knock, so he didn't always open sesame when she said the magic words at the doorstep to his heart. I don't think you guys understand. Il y a un trou dans son corps et l'amour est la seule chose qui peut calmer sa réalité, mais ses émotions clashent avec each pièce de son esprit qui clash avec chaque pièce de toutes les choses qu'il peut penser. His heart is ripped in four when she'd explore its dark caves, but she'd always seem to come out, same smile as always, hands scratched from weaving him back together like second chances. She's the only thing he's decided to be selfish about, thinking up ways to give her infinite everything in hope she won't dispose of him when his heart fails to be enough. He tries hiding his pride in her eyes, humbling himself with her reflection of affection while trying to filter her complexities with his own. So in comfortable silences, she looks for tell-all body language, and it's yelling at her, trying to tell her everything his words can't. If only she'd ask. Ask like she knew everything about him was as solid as black power, as holy as sin, as fragile as bulletproof glass, as weak as his smiles are when she's not looking, as small as his hands, as dangerous as his tongue. But in the end, all these embarrassing words are just sentiments of an insomniac. 4 a.m., Mary Jane hanging from the lips, bottle of gin in one hand, taking sips, and a pen that loves dancing to the tune of pain and heartache in the other. It asks you how you're doing today, staring down at you like I had a bone to pick, knowing you're about a word away from a sharp tongue to a ballet of razor blades, sizing up a superior exterior whose interior is deteriorating with each exclamation point. See, you can make it rain tears, with its skin soaking it up until its pores are clogged. With its skin soaking it up until its pores are clogged and you are hailed a king. Or you can beg it for forgiveness, acting like a suck-up, leaving you as pale as sin, a bond that will forever everlast like a punching bag filled with the sands of time, but it is no Prince of Persia. You spend nights together with Mary Jane and Mr. Daniels until she tells Jack to hit the road. Meanwhile, you're Steve Urkel-hearted, looking for a Laura aura, trying to find her... Looking for a Laura aura, focusing your chi like Dragon Ball Z towards her spirit palm, her soul, her being. But it teases you, picking at everything that displeases you, like what kind of woman would need you? You too scared to hold them like Texas. Next move is yours, but it will never fold like a royal flush. It copies, mimics, and mocks you in reverse order as if it knew everything you were bound to learn. Tells you that you're lying, you're not high, gravity still applies, so you're down to earth. And you're so obsessed with the flesh of you, you don't even consider the rest to be the best of you. But every time I look in the mirror, I am you. The only one that could be me, the only one that could see me, but you're the only one that can make me something I'm not. Mr. Reflection.